If you need foreclosure data, I'm going to show you how to scrape thousands of foreclosure listings from Foreclosure.com using only your web browser. We'll scrape details like foreclosure types, bankruptcies, auction types, estimated values, rents, and much more data you may want to incorporate into your real estate investing strategy. To get started, head to Foreclosure.com and search for your target market. You can enter in any city, county, address, or zip code. We'll start in Miami, but I'm going to scrape all of Southeast Florida. So you'll see the list here, but you want to select this map option so we can scrape the data much more easily. You can also apply any filters or sort options you'd like to narrow down these results to only the foreclosures you want. Once you're happy with the results, right-click on the page and hit Inspect to open up Developer Tools, which will begin recording your network traffic. So we'll scrape the recording instead of the website as to not violate any terms of service. Now move the map just a little bit to get the Foreclosure.com API to resend new data to our web browser now that we're recording. Under the Network tab in Fetch XHR subtab, you'll see this network request here called Event. Then you'll see this array results with 500 different listings in it. So this has all the listing details for those 500 data points on the map. We get this AVM, which is a model's estimate of the value, number of beds and bathrooms, city, URL to see the foreclosure and get the address on Foreclosure.com, the date it was listed, this one's pretty recent. This is the type of foreclosure like redemption, pre-foreclosure, foreclosure. There are a bunch of these I'll get into later on in the video. Property type like condo, single, or multifamily. This is the estimated rent or revenue you could make if you purchase this. And the street, they don't give you the street address, but sometimes they'll give you the apartment number randomly. So you could probably figure out which building this is. Now to get more foreclosures, just scroll the map up to the next part of town. So I'm gonna get up here north of Miami, and I'll see in the Network tab I loaded even more of these foreclosures, another 500 loaded into my browser that I'm recording. And because this is so easy, I can just keep going. I just keep panning up all of Southeast Florida and load all these different foreclosures into my browser. And this is totally legal because I'm just using the website in accordance with the terms of service. I just happen to be recording my web traffic. Once you've gone through enough foreclosures, click this down arrow under the Network tab called Export HAR to download a HAR file with the raw JSON to your computer. To get the data out of the HAR file, you can see the link in the description to my no-code Foreclosure.com API scraper featuring the HAR file web scraper, which can extract data from any HAR file. Just drag and drop it to the scraper, and you'll see it auto-magically groups together all of the related requests with foreclosure data in it. You should see a group like this ending in /event. If not, double check, look for these fields in case they change something. You should see these fields like street, listing classification, zip code, state, price, etc. To download the raw JSON I showed you earlier, click on these blue links under this request section. Those will let you download the raw JSON we recorded from their API to your downloads folder. So you'll have these all in one folder you can then go through and parse using your own software. Or if you just want a CSV file, click this green button here called Parse Group. If you have a free account with our freemium service, you can download up to 10 rows of this data per day. Here, I managed to get about 3,000 foreclosures in all of Southeast Florida. They probably don't want me doing that. And I can download in CSV format to look at it in Excel with this button here. And when I have it in Excel, I can use this listing ID here to deduplicate the results because I probably scrolled through a few duplicates on the map. This column here, listing type name, shows you the type of foreclosure it is, pre-foreclosure, bankruptcy, redemption, tax lien, etc. This one ending in display name doesn't show redemptions for some reason, so I suggest using the first column I showed you. And this classification breaks them down even further into things like auction, chapter 13, redemption, short sale, etc. They don't give you the street address, but they show you the apartment number sometimes, which is strange. We need to use their website to get the actual street address. We see things here about the city, state, neighborhood, zip code. This is useful because we scraped several cities in all of Southeast Florida. Some of these have the price listed depending on the type, like if it's not an auction. We can see that here for this listing here. This is foreclosure type, so this one has a price. Number of beds and bathrooms about the property, as well as the size, I'm assuming in square footage. This latitude-longitude coordinate pair, I'm assuming is approximate because they try to hide the address. But if you do want the address, copy this details page link and then paste it in with Foreclosure.com before it, and you can jump to the listing. So you can see the price here, and if you sign up, we'll give you the address. Entry date is when this was listed, so act fast. We can also see the property type here. Possible values are going to be single, multifamily, townhouse, unknown, condo, and there are probably a few others we didn't encounter here in Florida. This source reference is interesting. It looks like maybe where it got the data from, but I'm not going to go into that because it's kind of cryptic. This AVM is a model's estimate of the actual value, so you can see a high range and a low range. They also give you an estimate of how much you could rent out the property for on a monthly basis. If AVM is higher than the actual price, it probably means it's a good deal and you should buy it. And they use rent to estimate the overall revenue you could get from this property. So if you guys find this useful for your real estate investing adventures, let me know if there are any other websites or data sources you could use to make better property buying decisions in the comments below. Thanks for watching until the end, and why not check out this next video here on how to scrape Zillow for foreclosures. Like and subscribe for more.